everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I am Nat, I'm a horse witch, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've done a tarot episode already, but I signed up for Fairlight Tarot's study into the tarot for light seers, and this is Chris Ann's new book. It is stunning, as you can see, and it really gets into the cards, and the entries for each card are substantial, and for the major arcana, each one has a spread. Try not to light my book on fire. So I highly recommend it. So this is going to be a video response. I thought it would be kind of fun to do. I'm going to be doing the spreads that she suggests to get to know the deck. I've already done a deck introduction spread previously on this channel, but I'm going to do it again because it'll be fun to kind of see how that goes. Yeah, so here we go. I am still really new to tarot, and shuffling is not something I'm very good at. This original indie run, the cardstock is really nice, but quite thick, and I have small hands. So I'm not very good at shuffling it. But I do like this cardstock. It's very nice. It's thick. These cards are more of a matte finish than a gloss, which means they slide really well, but they're not too slippery, if that makes sense. Right. And I am not very good at interpreting the meaning of the cards. I still look them up in the book, so bear with me. And yeah, I don't fan the cards out. I probably should. So this card here is going to describe, is the deck's description of itself. This is what is its weakness, its strength. Describe me, and I don't have enough room here. What is my strength? What is my weakness? And how can we best work together? All right, and then you just look at the bottom of the card. The bottom is the Four of Pentacles. Right. Describe yourself. The Hanged Man. Okay. So what I'm getting from this card is this deck is a great way to kind of look at things and change my perspective. And then, what is your strength? The Eight of Pentacles. Interesting story. So when I first got this deck, I did the exercise at the beginning of the guidebook. I didn't have the expanded hardback yet. And I chose my light and dark cards, and this was my light card. I really loved the colors. I loved how this character in this card is focused. She's learning, and I am new to tarot and witchcraft. And I just really, really liked this card. And what this kind of signifies to me is that I am learning, and this deck is going to help me learn. And then what are the weaknesses? Death and rebirth. Okay, that's an interesting one. I'm struggling a little bit with the death card, which is so beautiful. All the artwork in this deck is gorgeous. But I'm struggling a little bit with this card as this deck's weakness, because it clearly told me it is going to help me look from a new perspective, and it's going to help me learn. So I'm a little confused about that one. And then describe me. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Okay, that's kind of deep and harsh. So for me, this card kind of really signifies coming out of a lot of time of trauma for me, and getting to the other side. I really love this flock of birds that seems to be watching over this woman. I don't have insomnia. This is usually the insomnia card. But I love this kind of ghost raven up here. And it seems to be bringing in this kind of light here into this dark shadowiness. So that one's interesting. And then, what is my strength? The World. That's not a card I get very often. My strength is being able to see things to fruition, to complete journeys, to being able to open up new levels of consciousness. So I like that quite a bit, actually. What are my weaknesses? All right. That's fair. That's fair. So funny enough, I actually have this little bottle here, which was a love spell I did not that long ago, because I decided that I was ready to start dating. And this is kind of calling me on my bullshit here. I do kind of struggle with being a romantic person. Kind of an artist with what's the term I want to use? Wear my heart on my sleeve, kind of naivete. So that's harsh, but true. And how can we work together? King of Pentacles. Right, so this card is really telling me that it's time to level up. I need to trust my intuition. and be confident in my abilities. So I'm just looking at this spread. Let me take a picture of it actually. And yeah, so on to the next exercise. So one of the things that Sylvia talks about in the beginning video of Down the Rabbit Hole with this deck is path working and choosing a card and really analyzing it and going into the card. And I don't know why I'm shuffling right now, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. So I'm going to go through these cards. I'll probably speed up this video. And I'm going to choose the card for today. And I'm going to do that in an old-fashioned style of just looking at each card and putting them in different piles of what appeals to me in this moment and what doesn't. This was actually my daily card draw yesterday. And this was my dark card, my shadow card, when I first got this deck. So one thing about this deck is all the kings are really handsome. Like, that guy looks like Timothy Oliphant. This card makes me really sad because I've always had dogs, and one of the life's greatest injustices that they do is that they just don't live as long as we do. And I know this is a card of nostalgia and childhood and everything like that, but it just makes me sad to see that little boy and that puppy grow into like they're older versions of themselves. And I know this dog doesn't look very old, and like neither does that man, but still. Look at that, it's very Idris Elba. I also love the Fool card in this deck. The art is just, I love all of these cards. They're gorgeous. And this one's hard. It reminds me of Dax Shepard. This was the card Sylvia used in her path working example, which I thought was very beautiful, and she did a very good job. It's giving very Uncle Jesse from Full House vibes. But this death card is really beautiful. This is hard. This is like Sophie's choice. Do I want to be alone with my yak and burdened, or do I want my house to burn down? Like, hard. I would say this one's more visually appealing. All right, and the deck is a little, or I've cut it in half. I can do this. One of these I really don't want to choose between. I love the imagery and the colors in the Four of Cups. You have this magical offering here with the rainbow of light coming out of it. And you have all these blues and greens over here. She's bored and not content. It's just a beautiful card. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, interesting that these color palettes are really similar. Same with this one. so I ended up with the High Priestess. And I just really like this card. You have these runes, the top here, Manez, I think Laguz, Pertho, and Wunjo. She has mismatched earrings on. Her third eye is lit up. You have kind of the shadow here, and then the light here. She has the entire universe coming out the top of her head. Her eyes are closed. She's meditating. Here is the entry. So the runes are Manez, which means humankind, self-actualization. Laguz, water, flow, intuition. Pertho, hidden knowledge. Wunyo, joy. Starlit hair, she is the cosmos. Crescent moon, the divine feminine, the unconscious mind. Her earrings are actually scrolls. Wisdom, divine law, esoteric knowledge. She has pomegranate pins on her scarf. The blue color is gorgeous. The cross is the 4 directions, omnipresence, and is sometimes seen as the solar cross. Third eye open. It's interesting that you don't see it as well in the artwork of the book as you do in the card. And what I really like about this card is I have a hard time accessing my intuition. I'm someone that has a lot of anxiety and intrusive thoughts. So it's really hard sometimes to tell if it's intuition or if it's simply an intrusive thought. So there's actually this little spread here, and this is not part of Sylvia's course as of yet, but I'm interested in doing this. So I'm gonna do it. So the card that I draw is going to be what is blocking my intuition, and the next card is going to be where should I look and what can I do to see. I didn't see any of those cards. Oh, got a flopper. Sometimes cards pop out and I can tell that they're popping out because of how I'm shuffling, and sometimes they pop out and I can tell they're popping out because they want to be read. All right, so this is my block, the wheel. Interesting. Okay, so the shadow aspect of this card is misfortune, karma, a need to relinquish control, the ups and downs of life, the inevitability of change, and an unexpected setback. I think my reluctance toward change and probably the need to relinquish control to access my intuition is what this is saying. So that's interesting. And then where should I look? What can I do to see the Emperor? Interesting. Okay. I would say as a whole, I'm generally much more connected to my masculine energy than feminine energy. And this seems to directly contradict what this card is saying. Divine masculine, authority, power, a natural leader, entrepreneurship, structure, strategic and analytical thinking, taking action, calculated risk, and looking after others, promotion and success. So I'm not sure about this one. That was interesting though. Okay, so this was, this is a long one. This was a video response to Sylvia's Down the Rabbit Hole for the Light Seers Tarot. This is the book I'm working out of. If you're interested in this, I highly suggest you join Sylvia's channel, Fairlight Tarot. It's really wonderful, and I've been enjoying this course a lot. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a lot of editing to do, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!